Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Vlogmas video. This is going to be a 12 days of Christmas book tag. Out another Vlogmas video idea to pre-film, and I found this book tag. Sheena actually did this last year. I'll link her video from last year below, but this just seemed like a really easy tag video. Sometimes tag videos can be hard, especially for me, because I feel like I've just only recently started reading a ton of books, and I feel like I like repeat answers a lot. So I don't know, this tag seemed like it'd be fairly easy to answer these questions, with the exception of a couple. Y'all be laughing at me here in a minute, but let's just go ahead and jump into the questions. So the first question in this tag is, a partridge in a pear tree, what's your favorite standalone novel? And y'all already know, I got two. Typical Amanda fashion, we got two. We don't just have one, we got two answers. So first we're going to say Waitress by Nadine Brandes, and then The Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp by Sarah Brunsfold. I have raved about these books on my channel this year, most recently this one, and this one was earlier this year. If you've not read this book has been so hyped and is well deserved. I just adored this. It's a beautiful, unique story of faith. This book is in my top 5 of the year for sure. I will never forget this story. I think this is a story we could easily reread. It's just full of adventure and beauty, and I don't know, there's just so much I can say about it. I have a full dedicated review for this. This basically follows Aiden Kelly. She is a reporter who is assigned to write an obituary about Clara Kipp, who is a spunky, feisty lady. Aiden was given this assignment after she was reprimanded at work, and she kind of views this as like a menial task, but she soon realizes this is such an important story, and she wants to tell Mrs. Kipp's story. And we learned so much about Mrs. Kipp, and Mrs. Kipp has taught us so much about life. I love this book. Read it if you haven't. I will link my video for reviewing this. I can gush all day about this book. The other book is Waitress by Nadine Brandes. Now, I'm saying that right now, this is a standalone. But Nadine, we need a sequel. You already know. So why am I putting this in here? I don't know. This is it. I'm just going to link my video where I talked about this in detail. I reviewed this and gushed about it. Most of y'all have already seen that, so I'm not going to say much more. But basically, her tears grant wishes, and her next tear could end her life. That's all we need to know. This is just a beautiful story, and the Christian allegory in this Christian fantasy was amazing. Nadine's writing style is great. Pick it up if you haven't. Even if you're not like a big fantasy reader, anybody can get into this. You're hooked from chapter 1. Like Sky said from Read for the Sky. Y'all, in one of her videos, she said, I'm just saying, read the first chapter and see if you ain't hooked. So I'm saying that too. So yeah, these two are my answer for that. Question number 2 is Two Turtle Doves. What is your favorite OTP or favorite ship, favorite couple, whatever you want to say? I know y'all already know this, but I've actually picked several this time. Hey, we'd love to see it. The couples that are in these two, I tried to pick a secular answer and then my Christian answers, but the couples in these two books, I'm not going to say their names, don't want to spoil nothing, but Loving a Little White Lie and Loving the Silver Lining, Tammy L. Gray, the end couples in these, amazing. I love the ending in this book so much. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to reread it. And then the guy in this is just chef's kiss. Okay, both of these actually are just so good, and so highly recommend. Y'all have got to read Tammy L. Gray, I'm telling y'all. Except we don't talk about the third book, but anyway, sorry. Anyway, and then we've got Stay With Me, Becky Wade. You already know.
Y'all have got to read Tammy L. Gray, I'm telling y'all. Except we don't talk about the third book, but anyway, sorry. And then we got Stay With Me, Becky Wade. You already know.
I love the couple in here. I find myself thinking about this book a lot and just wanting to go back into her series here, this trilogy, and that's what made me want to go back and read book 2. I know I'm going to love this whole trilogy. So excited to see the journey of these characters, and Sam and Genevieve in this book. I'm just saying, Sam, he's like a swoon-worthy guy for me. I love him in this story, and he just really was like a hero for her. My heart. He was in my hero tag. I love this couple. And then, of course, the ultimate couple, you know, y'all already know my favorite couple in the world is Jamie and Claire from Outlander. I'm not really going to say much more. And they just go through so much in this series across the span of 9 books and across the span of many years. And their love always remains true and strong. And I love it. They are the ultimate couple for me. I also will say Bree and Roger from Outlander. Love them. Fergus and Marcelly. Oh my gosh, like all the couples in these are my favorites. I just adore them so much. You already know. So, yeah. And then, okay, sorry. Now, question number 3, y'all gonna be laughing at me on this. I gotta be honest with you though. Number 3, 3 French Hens. What's your favorite trilogy? So, Miss Amanda, when I was looking, trying to figure out what is my favorite trilogy, I didn't have an answer. Like, because your girl has problems finishing trilogies. So, yeah. So, more back so in my YA young adult reading days, I have some answers on that. But now, do I really? If I could just finish this trilogy right here, this would probably be my answer. Let's be real. A Voice in the Wind and Echo in the Darkness. Absolutely adore it. I recently read book 1 and 2. Y'all already know. Y'all seen the transparency on that and the tears. Love these books so much. I just know this is going to be my favorite trilogy whenever I finish it. Book 3 follows totally different characters, so I haven't been like urged to pick it up, but I will at some point, for sure. So that probably will be the answer, but I ain't finished it yet. And so let's go on to like, have I finished trilogies? Now I finished Tammy Gray's, but that wasn't really, I mean, I guess we could say this series as well, but you know, y'all knew the book 3 just fell flat for me, but overall it's a 5-star series overall. So that could be an answer, I guess, but I don't want to recycle answers here. So let me think, y'all. Let me tell y'all my problems. Hunger Games, read book 1, read book 2, book 3, it gone. I didn't even read it. Like, what happened? I don't know what happened. I got halfway through Mockingjay and it wasn't here, okay? Shadow and Bone, read book 1, read book 2. Book 3, who? I didn't have nothing. So, it didn't happen. Twilight, it's not a trilogy, but guess what? Read book 1, read book 2. I never read Eclipse. So, I mean, what happened? Divergent, read book 1, read book 2. Book 3, who? I got spoiled. So, I did not read it. And so, that is my wild story about how your girl cannot finish trilogies. I don't know. So, yeah, I need to fix that. I need to rectify that. But, I have finished a couple that I enjoyed quite a bit. And right now, I'm like losing it because Caraval, my friends are reading Caraval right now. And I can't even remember half of it. So I feel like I need to reread it. But it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. I read all 3 of those books. So I can say I read those. And then Cassandra Clare is not really like an author that I'll probably pick up again. But the Infernal Devices trilogy, I was trashed for that. I just love that so much. Will Herondale, hey, I was here for it. When COVID hit, I was listening to those audiobooks, picking that up. And I might have only read 10 or 15 books that year, but guess what? That was 3 of them. So really enjoyed those. They were a lot of fun. Just a lot of like crazy typical YA stuff that made you laugh and be like, what is this? So anyway, okay, long answer for a very small question. Hope y'all got a kick out of that because your girl is not good with trilogies. But hey, we're here. We're making it. I got to get to the next question, honey. Let's go. Number 4. 4 Calling Birds, favorite fictional beast or creature. And so this is kind of tough. A lot of people, they think go straight to Harry Potter, right? But you know, for me, I didn't want to like just talk about Harry Potter. Or obviously Harry Potter, yes. But I have several here. So the first I will say for this is in The Hobbit. We love the dragon, Smaug, of course. Hey, Smaug, whatever you will say. So that's a number 1. And then we have the trolls. I love the story about the trolls in this. If y'all seen the movie, you kind of can see what I'm saying. But hey, this book, I need to reread this book. I love this book. Yeah, so the trolls, the dragon, hey, one of my favorites. Speaking of dragons, we have got the Dreamkeeper saga. Y'all already see. Look at that right there. You see it? Hey, sweet little bean. Love him so much. So there's lots of different creatures in this. Really good series. Really good middle grade Christian fantasy series that is published by Crossway. Book 2 was my favorite. There was a lot kind of going on there, but I really like the faith elements in that. So, and then of course, The Witcher. Can I just say The Witcher himself? Because reasons. And we ain't gonna talk about Liam replacing Henry. I ain't gonna talk about that right now. I'm triggered. Moving on. But I mean, me and my husband, we actually really like the show. And I've read the first book in this, and it was kind of more like a short story introduction here. I don't know, it's wild. There's a lot of different creatures in here, and you know, I'm not really like big into that stuff, but something about it was just intriguing to me. So yeah, the Witcher himself is not really like a monster or a creature, but he's more mutant, so mutated. I don't know, I'm losing credibility here, but hey, right there we go. We'll just add that to the list because I wanted to talk about The Witcher and how I am super depressed that Henry is not coming back to the show for season 4. But hey, we at least got season 3, so moving on. So let's see. Oh, this is a fun one because you really don't have to talk about the books if you ain't read them because you're just picking out the color. Number 5. What is this video? Number 5 is 5 golden rings. Show 5 golden books. And they're kind of orange and gold, but hey, that's fine. Here we go. So my first one is the special edition of Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I love this. This is just such a good edition. I love the shininess in it. I don't highly recommend buying these because I did have to return some of these. They kind of come a little cheap on the side. The color was coming off, but I still really like these. Also in my Anne of Green Gables, now that I have read this, I love this even more. Yeah, life is worth living as long as there's a laugh in it. Yes. we love Anne. We love Anne. And I love this cover so much. I don't even know if y'all can see me doing this, but hey, and here's the back of it. I'm pretty sure y'all can see. And then I picked a Courtney Walsh. This is such a pretty golden color. I ain't read Courtney Walsh in a long time. I have read only one, actually. Let me take that back. And it was her Christmas book, Cross Country Christmas. And it was like one of the very first, I would say, Christian romances that I've ever read. So I really enjoyed it at the time. I'm wondering now if I really would. But hey, I still had a good time with it at the time. And so I want to read more of her books. I got these for like $5 on the Tyndale site. So this is a Nantucket love story. But just look, isn't that beautiful? We love a good sunrise, a sunset, all the things. And of course, hey, I gotta have another Outlander book, right? This is book 2, Dragonfly and Amber. Y'all, when I first picked this book up, I thought, everybody thinks this, did I skip a book or something? Because they start in a completely different year. Like, I was like, what happened? We're not starting where we left off. It was the whole thing. I was confused for a while, but this became one of my favorites in the series. So much happens here. It's like where everything just takes off. Oh my gosh, Culloden, the Culloden War in Scotland, everything. So much in here with Jamie and Claire. They go to France. Y'all, I'm just saying. Yes. And I don't love the covers of these. Let's be real. What is this? It's basic. But I threw it in here just so I can talk about it. And then Sunburst by Susan May Warren. I still got to read book 3. Plan on reading it this week. But we love the foil, right? There's a gold foil on this, if y'all can see. I really enjoyed these. These are like romantic suspense novels with Navy SEALs. It's always a good time. They're good 3- and 4-star books. Enjoyable. So, yeah. We're going to have to take a water break. Just so we interrupt this production to see Howdy Holidays. I love the Pioneer Woman stuff, y'all. Tell me if you do, because your girl does. Parched. Okay. Number 6. 6 Geese a Laying. Rotten Egg. What's your least favorite book? Y'all, this is hard. Hard. Because it's like, a lot of times if I don't like a book within the first 50 pages, I'm out. I don't really DNF much after that, but I would have to say for Christian fiction, I didn't really enjoy Riverbend Gap by Denise Hunter, or Meet Me in the Margins by Melissa Ferguson. Those were some that I just didn't, that were lower than a 3. Okay. I wouldn't pick up anymore. And I have DNF'd some of Melissa Ferguson's books. I don't know, it's just her writing style for me. And then for secular books, there was something called The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. I was out. I don't know what that was. I finished it. That's the one book I can think that I finished that was a 2. Should have been a 1 looking back. 2017, I don't know. It just, yeah. So that was it. So number 7 is 7 Swans a-Swimming. Okay. Show a book with water on the cover. Oh, I forgot to grab one of these. Y'all gonna see the real, oh, wait, hey. We got Sam Hewen coming in hot. Okay, wait, no, but did I grab one? I did, look at me. Well, we got him too, we can show him. Okay.
We got him too. We can show him.
We can show Sam. Y'all already know. Sam Hewen, Waypoints, reading that this month. This is new nonfiction about his Scottish journey. And then speaking of Scottish, we have Laura France, A Bound Heart. Yes, ma'am. I really want to read this. It's set in Scotland. We got MacLeish and MacDougall's. Hey, I love to see it. That's that. And then we've got, okay, question number 8 is 8 meals. I cannot talk. 8 Maids of Milking. Oh my gosh, keeping it in there. I'm sorry, transparency. What fictional food do you wish you could taste? This is hard because, like, I'm thinking Harry Potter. Like some of this, like, butter beers and, like, how they would actually be prepared. I know we can, like, make butter beers here, but yeah, like a true butter beer. I don't know, just a lot of the different things. I'm missing it right off. But like as far as like books I have read that I can think about food, I don't know. We're just gonna say I can't think right off other than Harry Potter. But this is not fictional food, but the cake, there was a chocolate cake talked about in this book that made me want to eat chocolate cake so bad. I just love it. I wish there was a recipe. Like they had all the recipes in the bag, but they didn't have her cake. They kept talking about the grandmother's secret chocolate cake recipe. And I was like, y'all, where is it? Like you put 3 recipes in the bag and there ain't no cake. So I know it's not fictional food, but hey, I don't know. And then I want to say in Clanlands, they had some Scottish, I don't know if this is Clanlands Almanac, but I want to say in the actual Clanlands book, I need to get a copy of it, that they have some recipes that I probably want to try. I'm not 100%, but I want to say I remember listening to the audiobook that they talked about Scottish recipes, and I know that's not really fictional food, but it's different. So anyway, all right, here we go again. Question number 9 is 9 ladies dancing. Favorite dance between 2 characters. Y'all, it's hard to remember people dancing in books. The only one I can think about is in Twilight. Like, you think about the movie at the end of Twilight. That, I remember when I was like, first seeing that dance with Edward and Bella. Hey, it was chef's kiss. But right off, it's not, it ain't here. I don't have a dance. I mean, I think in Outlander they have several characters dancing, and I always love whenever they do that. It's just beautiful, and that's about all. I can't remember the other. I'm looking at it, I don't remember anybody else dancing. So, moving on. Question number 9. What is this video? Question number 9, 10 Lords of Leaping. Favorite book-to-movie adaptation. We're going to also throw in book-to-TV shows because reasons. Yeah. Book-to-movie, I loved Hunger Games. First, second movie was so good. I didn't like the 3rd movie, and I didn't read the 3rd book, but I didn't like the 3rd movie. But I really like the Hunger Games book, the first 2, okay? But I would have to say the ultimate, y'all already know. Why did I say this first? Here, it just hit me when I looked up. Lord of the Rings? Hello? Everything about Lord of the Rings. We ain't talking about Rings of Power now. We ain't talking about that. But that is not, it's like we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Rings of Power. What is that? Okay. I don't know, but we ain't talking about Rings of Power, but we talking about The Fellowship is my ultimate favorite movie. That is a book-to-movie adaptation. There's always something that could have been improved, but hey, it is a great adaptation, especially when you look at Rings of Power. But anyway, I'm still mad about that ending. Anyway, I mean, it was like entertaining. Rings of Power. I ain't gonna go off on a tangent, but y'all, I had more fun talking about the movie, or what am I saying? That's a TV show anyway. I had more fun talking about those TV show episodes with Chrissy and Sky, and even Lindsay, she was by proxy, than anything, than actually watching it. But the last episode was the best that they had, but it still wasn't that good. We won't talk about the things they messed up, but anyway, moving on. And then book to TV shows. I have to throw that in there. Of course, Outlander is my number one on that because they do such a phenomenal job. There's a couple things that they changed, as usual, that I was like, season 3, honey, what? There were some things. But I was here. Loved it so much. What else? TV show. There was a TV show. And then The Witcher, I think, is a really great adaptation. But we're going to talk about what I just said about Henry leaving. Okay, moving on. I will say that is a really good adaptation up until Henry is gone. Okay. Let's see. So question number 11 is 11 Piper's Piping favorite book to movie adaptation soundtrack. Okay, again, I mean, Lord of the Rings, Concerning Hobbits, Howard Shore, just phenomenal. Anything Howard Shore does on soundtracks, I'm going to listen to. It's the best. So Concerning Hobbits is one of my favorite, just absolute favorite ones. The Rivendell songs, everything with Arwen and Aragorn, all of their songs. My heart, love them so much. And then book to TV is an Outlander series. Anything with Bear McCree. I'm never going to say his name, but Bear is his name. And he, oh my gosh, anything that he does is great. The Outlander soundtrack is my favorite. It's one of my most favorite ambient musics. I hear Jamie and Claire's theme song and I emotionally feel it. I just, everything in my heart, I start to feel. It is what it is. I cannot hear that song without getting emotional about Jamie and Claire and everything they've been through, everything in the show, y'all already know. And yeah, and he actually did some of the soundtrack for Rings of Power. And I was like, this is sounding like Jamie and Claire's song, but okay. We were cycling now. Moving on. I'm losing credibility. Yeah, so those are my favorite soundtracks. Oh, and the Harry Potter soundtrack. Need I say more? Isn't it Howard Shore? I can't talk. Ain't the Harry Potter soundtrack Howard Shore as well? I think it is. Anyway, y'all already know them soundtracks. So the final question, I know y'all glad this to end because what is this video? I feel like I've been all over the place. 12 drummers drumming. It's the end of the song, What's Your Favorite Book Ending? Right now, my most favorite book ending is An Echo in the Darkness. Y'all, the ending of this book, top tier, 5-star, 1,000,000-star, perfection. Loved it so much. That's all I need. That's all you need to know. Okay, that's almost all you need to know. Marcus and Hadassah. Oh, that's also a top OTP character. Marcus, a character, couple. Marcus and Hadassah. You already know. So that's it for this tag. Feel like I filmed it for a really long time. But hey, we're here. At least 30 minutes I filmed. So I have to cut this down if I can. I don't know. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know down below the answers to some of these questions for you. I am so excited for Vlogmas, y'all. This has just been so much fun. I hope y'all are loving this. And I just can't wait for y'all to see my next video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye, y'all.